Just send them over here. Move on.
Send your models to us. Quit the game. That's our call to action, guys. Quit the game. Send your models to us. Uh,
Uh, Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I think I froze for a second there. I'm all right. I'm back. I'm back. We're good. We're good.
Welcome back to the Last Blood Noobs and Men. I mean, Vanguard Strike.
Oh, mate. Liam, thank you for joining me,
No
especially on
trouble.
this one because this one is quite special. So it's good to be able to have you on because we're actually having a look at the game that you played at MGG. So you can actually talk us through some of the
Yeah.
brilliant moments that are in it, which is just awesome.
It was all right. This is a very short game. It was a very interesting game, and this game I had a plan going into it, and just about everything went exactly how I needed it to. So yeah, this was a game like I said at MGG Open, MGG Garden City, sorry. And this was 700 points of Army of Dunland, which is me, versus 700 points of Fangorn,
Yeah.
which was played
Oh,
by
hang
Dylan.
on. We've got to hang on. So we've got someone interrupting. Yeah.
Do I'm just gonna I'm just gonna finish cleaning up my room because I already made my bed. That's for my chores, of
Oh,
course.
perfect. Thank you for making your bed. All right, go on, off you go.
I made it perfect.
Well done.
Better
Oh,
than
well
last time.
done.
Better than Wednesday.
Yeah, it's better than the Queen's bed, apparently. Also, it's a miracle. He never makes a
Well,
fucking
there
bed.
you
So,
go. There you
like,
go. That's great.
the thread of money and pocket money gone, and he was like, "No, I've made it. I've made it. I swear."
I swear I did it. Also, I love that because he like faded in for a second there and then disappeared. Like it
Yeah.
was like literally like milliseconds of just like ethereal child, and it was just voice the rest of the time.
It's like, does this show a face, child's face? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
No,
Oh,
no,
mate.
maybe if you pause the right frame, there was one, maybe
Oh,
less than a
yes.
frame. That was
Oh
good.
man. All right, let me share this screen. And what we'll do is let's get this started because what we can do is we'll run through like the mission and stuff. So I'll switch this over
Yeah.
now.
No, nothing matters. We're all gonna
But yeah.
die.
Oh, mate. But yeah, so you guys played contest, yeah? Contest of Champions?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So this was a veto between the three kill scenario missions. So we had Contest of Champions, Lords of Battle, and Assassination.
Hmm.
I believe from memory, Dylan vetoed Lords, which to be
Hmm.
fair would have been decent for me. Um, and I had the choice. Oh no, he might have vetoed Assassination actually. Regardless, I had the choice of Contest, and I was like, you know what? Let's give Contest a go. Let's see what happens. I've got Thryden as my leader. He had Treebit as his leader, and as you can see, his whole warband goes down basically straight away because
Yeah.
he's got Quick Beam in one warband and Treebit and three Ents in the other. This is Treebit with Merry and Pippin as well. So
Oh,
so I put
the
Thryden
good
down.
tribute.
Yeah, the good Treebit. So I put Thryden down. Thryden had the two Krebane in his warband and a whole bunch of riders. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna put a Krebane directly in front of Thryden, so Treebird will not get to him turn one, regardless of what happens, essentially. Which is exactly what I needed because the Treebird had gotten in turn one, Thryden was fine.
Yeah.
Thryden was absolutely screwed. Um, so yeah, this is Thryden's all been going down. That's Quick Beam going down, and now I'm deploying Goroth's Warband here.
Hmm.
Um, So my list was like relatively like straightforward for my Dunland anyway. I had a very like relatively fast moving warband with Trident, the Krebane, and some warrior riders,
Hmm.
and then both of my other warbands. I had a captain with Goroth, who had very similar warbands. They had a banner and some troops with like warriors, a mix of warriors, mix of Huskars, and then I had the Wildman Oathmaker, who by the way MVP of this game. Holy crap! The Fearless Wildman, 12 Fearless Wildman was clutch. So it's funny though, because I think a lot of people are like, oh, like, Courage 3, Wildman of Dunland, or like it's just Wild Dunland in general, like, oh, they're gonna really struggle against this matchup.
Mm.
But I had a lot of Fearless.
Oh
Like
yeah.
almost my entire army is Fearless. Like I've got the 12 models of Fearless, oh, there's the good handshake.
Good old handshake.
12 models of Fearless Wildman, and then a whole bunch of models of Fearless Huskarls as well with Bodyguard.
Hmm.
Um, so that really, really helped. And we come in with the Tide roller straight up.
Yes. By the way, your dice very difficult to see when I was editing this. I was like, "What the hell is this? What the
Oh,
hell
because I
is
was using
this?"
the Noobs dice, and it's like green on green.
Yeah, and
You were
it didn't quite
green
know what to
screening my
take out when I'm
dice.
trying to like green screen it in to look professional.
Green
Um,
screening my dice away.
yeah. Yes. What are these numbers? Are they? It's cooked dice. They've been microwaved.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, you're
But
right.
yeah,
I guess putting that Crebain straight in obviously stops Treebeard
that
being
was
able
it.
to go into you.
So it meant that
Um,
I didn't have to call the heroic here because obviously Dylan wins this priority.
mm,
But Treebit just charges a Crebain. And I'm like, you know what? I'm very happy with that. That's a 4 wound model. Like, granted, my thought was like, oh, okay, he probably at least wounds it this turn. But he's never going to outright kill it. So I've got another turn of him going in, hopefully Thryden getting some wounds off of some of the other Ents on the field.
mm.
And I'm also just like banking on him not rolling sixes. So I'm just sending everyone in at this turn as well.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And like Ents, they move 8 a turn.
No, so there's still 6. Quick
Still
Beam
six.
moves 8.
Quick beam. That's who it is.
He's the only one that moves 8. That is old mate Goroff is fighting up against Quick Beam there on the top flank there.
Hmm.
On the top of the video.
Yeah.
Um and yeah, this is an interesting little turn because I just decided, okay, I'm just gonna send it. I had a couple of courage checks that I was trying to make. Obviously that was Thryden coming into an Ent there.
Hmm.
I'm just trying to trap as many models as I can and see what I can do. Because like I only need Thryden to get, 5 or 6 wounds and I'm sitting relatively good. As long as Treebeard doesn't get any extra.
So I have a
But bas
question because you
yeah,
keep referencing wounds.
yeah, so it's wound tally. It is wound tally on contest champions.
Is it wound tally or kills?
I believe it is wounds. I believe it is most wounds on the hero. Let me fucking bring up the match play guide again. Man, if I did this wrong, I didn't. So it's not gonna matter this game whether it's wounds or kills. I will spoil that.
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. Like, yeah, in a 30-minute game, when it comes to something like this, when you've got
It is
Dunland
actually
that have,
kills. So I am wrong. It is kills. But
who cares? We make up our own rules as we go. This is what we do. It's the better.
um yeah, I genuinely always thought it was wounds with contest champions.
Yeah, I
But
confuse those two all the time because like Lords of Battle's like, yeah, I get it. I'm going to kill things. I'm going to get it. I'm going to go. It's just,
yeah. Yeah. Lords of Battle and Contest Champions feel so similar to me that I'm like, oh yeah, those two are the same, except one is for heroes and one is for the army, right?
yeah.
No, apparently not. Um, that's all right. We will see in a minute why this does not matter, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Um, because so I'm charging in. I'm just trying to trap as many trying to trap as many ants as I can, just to see. I want this game to be over before it begins, essentially. Which
Hmm.
I just need to get him down to 25. So I need to kill some ants.
No, that makes
Um,
sense. That makes sense. I
yeah,
think if it was me as Dylan, I potentially would have pulled back turn one. Like
could have
I
been a
would have
good
not
play.
necessarily, well, because you can kite, right? Like you've got an 8-inch threat range with Treebeard. Even though they're rocks, you can still throw shit. But if you
The
move,
stones, yeah, the
yeah,
little,
if you move back, you can then kind of like, I think, clump together a bit more, or
yeah.
like
I'm
probably, yeah, I don't know.
I am pretty sure Mary and or Pippin get a wound on a Crebain here as well in a second, which is fun.
It's just
Here it
welcome,
is
my
here.
lords, to Isengard.
Yep.
Bang, pork, bang.
Uh, yeah, there's the wound. There's a 6 on the wound. Actually, no, it was a Wildman, I think, from memory. But yeah, Mary and Pippin get a cheeky little throw stone wound, which is great. Um, Not leaders, but yeah. Yeah, so this turn goes very well for me. So
Mm.
it's about to start the combat phase. I don't know what we're doing here at this point.
I mean, you are, or like even from this point, they're just looking at the actual battlefield itself. You're right. Dylan's in a position where he's basically just been surrounded. Like the trees are about to be introduced to axes, and then we're going to learn why trees and axes don't really. Well, axes love trees.
Axes love
Trees,
trees.
not so much.
Yeah, look, I didn't even actually have to do Thryden's Warcry until the very end of this. So yeah, obviously I've called the Striker Trident here. I've called the free defense with Gorov. And I believe that's all we end up calling, so I don't think Dylan spends any might here.
No, he
Um,
was really quite might conscious, wasn't he? With a lot of
yeah,
stuff. It was like Quick Beam has might, obviously Treebeard has might.
that
But
that is it, but
that's it. No, Ents don't have might.
no.
That's one of the
Um,
greatest mistakes games have ever made. Same as
just the
Eagle
fact,
with no might. Just it's a
just Ents should be better. I hate that Ents are bad.
yeah.
I'm just setting up my fucking tracker here. We're just like fucking.
Yeah.
What are we? 8 minutes in? I'm like, oh, shut up my fucking my tracker on mites and shit.
Oh.
Um,
And then I love this bit is because like obviously you and I play Magic as well, and there's times where you can play Magic and put people in situations where it's like just pick something bad and we'll start here. And it's like okay, we'll
yeah.
start with this one and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, nothing good. I believe this end will eat shit in moments.
It
Unfortunately.
I might have to cut in that scene in Isengard where they're chopping down trees for the
Da, da,
fires.
da,
It's
da.
just like
The roots are strong, my lord.
yeah,
Chop them all down. Fucking throw them into the furnaces. Yeah,
it's
it
great.
is rough. So I'm two-handing quite a lot here as well. Because like at this point, like I'm two-hand piercing because he's wounding me on threes anyway, mostly. And yeah, look, here's a big banner six. I needed that because we
Mm.
both rolled fives. And then I come in and this poor tree does not live through this fight. There's two wounds there.
Gross.
Actually, no, just one. Just
Yeah,
one
because
because
you're
it's a
winning on
five.
fives, right?
Yeah,
Normally
winning on fives.
sixes,
Yeah,
down
yeah.
to fives.
Yeah.
There it is.
And then there's
Two
yeah, two.
Isengard sixes and just a
Fuck
big old KO on
KO!
the screen. Except for it's killed outright, not knocked out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Kill all right for sure.
Bang.
Yeah.
Oh mate.
Yeah. So yeah, that was a rough. And there was also only four models in there as well. To do that damage. Fucking Dunland loves it. Dunland absolutely froths this shit.
Mate, Dunland is scarier than I always gave it credit for. I looked at it and I was like, oh, you're not as strong as Uruks, like you're not as well armored as like Uruks. Well, I guess some of them are, but it's just
Yeah,
like
no, they can do some serious hurt. I love Army of the Dead is my absolute favorite army to go up against with Dunland because I just go in and go, okay, we're both fight three. We're both wounding each other on fuck all as well. And it's great. I got some Wildmen in this fight. I got some two-handers. I get the big six. It's hard to see on that pink dice. They are rough, but yeah, big six on that dice there. And I don't kill this one. I believe I get it down to one wound left.
mhm.
Like pretty suboptimal rolling, but I rolled very well in the first one, so it doesn't matter that much,
Oh yeah,
really.
mate, you properly wrecked that thing.
Yeah,
Like
so
yeah.
yeah, two wounds there, and I don't think I get any wounds with the Wildman here. Because they are also only strength three. So
Mm.
they don't wound quite as well. Yeah, no, there's Bupkis there. Um, so yeah, but man, it's being able to just outright kill the trees is genuinely so impressive for old Dunland.
Mm.
They did very well this game. Um, this uh this next fight, I believe we're gonna go Treebeard next.
Yep,
Yeah, here we go.
there it is.
Uh, oh Treebeard. Up against one Krebane, I get a big six and Treebeard rolls bugger all.
Yeah. I mean, I know we've discussed this in previous things. I feel like there needs to be a legendary legion. Treebeard needs to be able to spend will to be like a banner, just like
Yeah,
the Dark Marshal can, because he's
yeah,
got six of it.
absolutely.
Like he's
Yeah,
resistant to magic. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'd
yeah,
probably even give him like a banner range of six because he's on quite a big base.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Like
no,
I don't.
I would love that. So my strike goes up to five. Big fight 10th Trident into this poor ent. I'm pretty sure I outright murder this thing as well.
Yeah,
Because yeah, unfortunately, this is why it basically doesn't matter, is the Treebeard doesn't kill that Krebane. And I'm able to really capitalize on that next turn as well, quite substantially. I believe this was only a two-turn game, by the
yeah.
way.
No, I think it was from memory. I can't
Uh,
remember if it got to a three or if you won priority twice. But like so, with that, then talk us through sort of like what you're looking for when you build a Dunland army. Like, what's your kind of ratio that you go to?
See, I might be a bit of an outlier. I do actually quite like the Huskars, and I think they're expensive, and I think their fight for is the most dumb rule in the game. That situational garbage little fight for is bad, but they're your only spears. They're bodyguard, and they also can two-hand piercing strike with that axe spear that they've got as well.
Mm.
So they actually do a lot of damage for that 11 points. So I actually do like to go like a 50-50 with the front line of Dunland, back line of Huskarls.
Mhm.
And like you're still getting that fight for quite regularly, and it did help me in a couple of games this event specifically. Oh, there's that poor Ent. Yeah, rolling a three
Hewn down.
high.
Yeah.
Three high. Oh, look, there's my yeah, my great green dice that are just disappearing.
We've rolled the great green dice of our age.
Yes, and they just disappear into the green screen. And
Oh,
there's two wounds from Trident, so he outright kills that model anyway. So
mm.
there's yeah, one nil to Trident there. So yeah, like even if Treebeard had won that fight, he wasn't gonna be able to kill that Krebane. Like it's
No,
just not possible for him to kill that Krebane when it's got 4 wounds, which is
no.
another like. So Krebane in Dunland are incredible. Krebane in general are fantastic. Krebane are really, really good in Dunland as well. Because like it just gets you a model that can bog people down. It's 12-inch move. Like it doesn't really get shot at, which like it doesn't matter. That special rule is neither here nor there. The main thing is like they're a great objective grabber. They're really, really good at trapping models as well.
Mm.
So being able to go, okay, mate, you've hit my front line. I'm going to put a Krebane behind you there, trap those spears or trap the front rank. Or better yet, on my cav, if I charge other cav, I can also use a Krebane to go around the back and trap that cav as well. Helped me a heap. Krebane are so, so, so good. And they don't die very easily at all.
No, because I mean they're not super tough, but like being because they can only be hit on sixes, right? In shooting.
Yeah, they had to be hit on natural sixes in shooting. So they're not really ever shot at. And then in combat, like the main thing that really kills them is cavalry.
Mhm.
Because obviously they knock them down.
Yeah.
But even then, you're
Ah.
still not quite killing them most of the time anyway. Like you can probably do the 4 wounds to them, but not all the time.
Mm.
And infantry barely touch them. Like you cop a couple of wounds here and there, and that's about it. Like they froth a foot hero. Just being able to go, oh, you're a foot hero. Here they come. I'm just going to put one model into you. You're not going to be able to move.
Yeah.
So this was fun though. So Dylan's won the fight here with Quick Beam.
Hell yeah.
And he's decided to bludgeon, which is the Ent special brutal power attack.
I fucking love that.
Um,
I just love that.
so
Um,
because Gorov heroic defense, he's picked up Gorov to beat the other models with. So Gorov will take a bunch more strikes than he would have normally been able to given. And I believe he kills almost every model here as well.
yeah, I think so. I think you guys nuts. And then so the way the brutal power attack works, because it's still like a combat attack, right? So Goroth can still only be wounded on natural sixes, yeah? With
Yes.
heroic
So it's
defense. Yeah.
still the wounds that he takes are still natural sixes, but he gets to roll I think 4 dice here
Nice.
to wound Goroff when he normally would have only gotten 3. So it's just an extra dice, and also still kills 3 models as well.
Mm, mm.
On top of that is yeah, it's a nice brutal power attack. I do have some problems with the brutal power attack because you can also roll like a 2 on the first model and not murder it, and you can't continue. And
Yeah,
I
it's
hate
just
that.
like, all right, cool. There you go. I'm gonna hit it. You have to have might. You have to like
Yeah.
get it done. It
And
was interesting
there's a
because
wound.
Crebain, if they're infantry as well, you could just do that. You could just imagine just a tree beard just being in like, bam, I'm gonna snatch a whole bunch of birds out of the air. It's like
Yeah.
hitting people with birds, or like I would picture it as birds just nesting on his arm as he
Yeah.
continues to punch people in the face.
It's great. Yeah.
Bang, bang. I did it with a Lendiel once. Picked him up and bludgeoned him. The best way to get him
Oh,
off his horse ever.
oh, it's
Yes.
good. It's very good.
It's just
Yeah,
like
and
charge
like
me. That's great.
you
Bang.
can do a fair bit of damage with it, but I do just think like it should just hit every model regardless.
Mm.
It shouldn't be like, oh, I have to wound to be able to go to kill that model, and I have to wound the next model to be able to hit the next model.
Yeah.
I just think it should just be able to hit everyone because it is already like a hard thing to do in
Mm.
general. But yeah, so I've won priority for turn 2, which
Yes, you
was
have.
huge.
And so in this position, Dylan's got 3 models left out of the 7 that he started with. So in order to
Yes.
quarter him, you've got to kill.
Well, okay, so the problem is that he actually has 5 models. So because Treebeard has Merry and Pippin, they actually
Oh,
count
the
as
two
models to his model
passengers.
count.
Yeah.
So that was actually a bit of a tricky thing for me here. I had to kill Treebeard.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter any of the other Ents. Like, I could kill all the Ents and he's still not quartered. I had to kill Treebeard. And so what I'm setting up here is a gap for Thryden to get into Treebeard from a heroic combat.
Okay, that makes sense.
Uh,
Because Thryden is the sort of horse model that's at the bottom of that top end, isn't it?
yes, yes. So he is currently in Quick Beam. I've got Gorolf. I've got Thryden. So my play here is that I'm going to combat with Gorolf's might and then strike with Thryden. And something interesting, like, so obviously I trap every other model. Like, I throw a bunch of other models in. I think I faff about trying to figure out where the fuck this banner's going for like 6 years. But anyway, it's a little bit of faffing, but like, yeah, this end's gonna die. Like, I'm barely confident of that.
Mm,
And then I'm barely confident I can kill Treebeard because I still have my Warcry, which I activate this turn, as well, which is +1s to wound within 12 inches of Thryden. It's like a special in the Legendary Legion. So yeah, Thryden calls the Heroic Strike. Also, it's Thrydan, not Thryden, but that's fine.
whoops. That's all right. I can
And
fix
then
that.
yeah, Goroff calls the Heroic Combat here. And I really, really thought, okay, Treebeard's going to strike and it's going to cause me some issues here. But Dylan elects not to strike with Treebeard, which I think definitely was a misplay,
Mm,
unfortunately. Um, because if Treebeard had struck here, I think it would have made my decision on going into him a lot trickier. Because obviously he's going to get to fight 10. I got to fight 10 myself with Trident. But like it would have then come to a roll off, and that could have caused some issues.
that's it, right? And then if you had struck up and let's say you'd only rolled like a 4, you're going to get
Exactly.
to fight 9, and it's just like, okay, great. I've called a heroic for not necessarily nothing because I've got good positional play, but I can't justify rolling into Treebeard,
Yeah.
Treebeard rolling a 4, spending the last 2 points of his might to go to a
Yeah.
6,
And he
and
would
then just
have.
picking Thryden up, being like, great,
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
gonna hit you in the face with as many of your models as I can until you're dead.
Yeah. I also do have to spend another might here to win this fight. I think Gorov has to spend his last might. But I
Yes.
do win it, which is fine. Um, and then yeah, coming in with the wounds. I'm pretty sure Thryden gets the wounds here as well again. Um, and yeah, look, it's a rough matchup. I mean, even with just it being kills, when Treebeard can't like as soon as he didn't kill that Crebain, which he couldn't have first turn anyway, like it just became a waiting game for me. Realistically, it was like, okay, if Treebeard struck there and I didn't get to 10, I could have just gone, okay, I'm not committing. I've still got a might for next turn to commit next turn, like the next turn. I've still got
Yeah.
might for moves as well. Like I still had 3 might on the Oathmaker there. I still had 2 might on my captain who is down. I believe also calling heroic combat down the bottom.
Yeah,
Um,
I think he does. Yeah, I feel like I note that in a second.
I do
Because
actually think I have
initially
to.
I thought he was at the top when you were like, I'm going to call it right.
Yeah,
And then you said something along the lines of like, oh, it won't matter. And I thought, oh, okay, he's just at the top end with Trident. And you're like, yeah, sure, why not? This is
yeah,
where it's
yeah,
going. I'm just going to do it anyway. I didn't realize he was at the bottom until you started moving models up into Treebeard for that final kind of. And I'm like, yeah,
yeah, yep,
sick.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, I do actually end up doing the wound with Thryden there. I don't actually think he killed
I
Quickbeam
think
though.
I think Goroth does.
Yeah, so I still only get the 1 kill technically if we go with my kills, but again, it does not matter. As we are unfortunately about to see. As you can see, it's also a 27-minute clip. We've only
Yes.
got 6 minutes left.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so
that's yeah.
it is a bit rough, unfortunately. But like matchups like this is where Dunland shines. Like they are king of like they've got all their mid-tier heroes. Nothing really. They're not really. No model is like key to Dunland. Like
Mm.
you have 3 heroes there that I'd say are equally as important. Like Gorov, Stridon, and the Oathmaker are all equally important to the list. Obviously, you get the Fearless from the Oathmaker, and he's a 3 might move battery, which is
Yeah.
amazing. Goroff is fantastic to just throw into models. Free heroic defense. He's got strike. He does a lot of damage. Fucking still fucking fight 5, strength 5. He can piercing strike with axes. 3 attacks. It's great. And then Thryden can hit like an absolute freight train, or he can lose his horse turn 1 and do nothing. But he is also there for the war cry, which he has to activate. Granted, I think this tournament I didn't use the Warcry that I didn't optimize my use of the Warcry that much. I had Thryden off on the side a lot. This was the best way I used it all tournament. Yeah, Thryden was kind of always a bit too far away from like my bulk most of my games this tournament. But it's still a phenomenal little special rule as well. And then on top of it all, you've got fucking 6-inch banners, which are so good. And there's the big 5 from Treebeard, which unfortunately means I've got the 6 there on the pink, which you can't see because of the thin reflection. Oh, actually, no, this I think is actually the other end that I'm calling a combat with. Yes.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So you've done the top one, you've moved down, you're going down to the bottom end, and then basically you're kind of just wrapping into Treebeard.
Yeah, I think I bring the captain in, I bring some more models in, I just get more lads. Lads on lads on lads. Dylan does do a fucking cheeky move here with Treebeard though. So
yeah.
So I come in, I just bring everyone in. I've got like 40 fucking dice with a banner reroll with might behind the chieftain still. So yeah, I think it's a foregone conclusion that I'm gonna win the fight against Treebeard. But and we'll see when it pops up. I I do some wounds early on to try and whittle down Treebeard, and then he's like, "Oh, okay, I'll die then." And I'm like, "Fuck!" He doesn't fucking spend his fate. And so Thryden doesn't even get the fucking kill because it's also because of Contest of Champions. I don't get the leader on leader kills. He's just like, I'm just gonna deny you some VPs. I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah. It's just like, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna choose not to do anything. I'm gonna choose not to do anything.
I'm just gonna choose that that Treebeard doesn't spend his fate and dies to I think the chieftain ends up killing him from memory. Oh, I'm really just trying to decide all my special strikes here are taking so long. But like yeah, 5 high from old Treebeard.
Yeah, it's just rough.
Yeah, I don't think
rough.
he literally only won 1 combat all game, and it was beach bone into quick beam into
all of the guys at the top.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was just very, very unlucky rolling with those. But then you only got 3 dice. Like, it's really hard to roll that 6. It really is.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I took Black Riders to the most recent event, and I was having to math out what the odds of rolling a 5, like the best odds to roll a 5 for Black Dart. I was like, I have to do 3 dice every time.
Yeah.
7. I've got 7 will. I can do 2 of them per model, and that's where I'm at. And then I've just got to rely on fighting.
Yeah.
Hoping for the best.
Also, I did have to spend the might at the end there. The chieftain has to spend his fucking last might to win that fight.
Because you rolled a 6 on something that was 2-handing, right? And then it was just like, oh great, well that's a 5.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So this is captain's first hit. I go to the captain's second hit, and then he's like, I'm just gonna cop those wounds. I'm like, fuck you.
So then this is Thryden, isn't it?
Thryden, yeah. So Thryden comes in. He does 2 wounds, and he fates both of Thryden's hits. And I'm like, okay. And then I hit with everyone else. He's like, okay, I'll just die. I'm like, God damn it.
Oh, mate. Because Thryden has the same.
He does have Mighty Blow. Yeah, it is. It's a great fucking special rule. So yeah, being able to do 2 wounds with each hit, very good. But that is it. That is the end of kills. End of game. I mean, and then yeah.
Can you fill my water bottle?
Yes, I can. I've got a person that wants a water bottle filled up. All right, come here. Give me this. Let me do this now.
Okay.
Go away. Okay, come on. 9 o'clock at night, kid. You took this sleep like an hour ago.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hello.
I
Right. Yeah. So you guys had it down as 9-0, which is what we stuck with. But like realistically,
it still would be because I even with one kill I do technically triple him because he doesn't have anything. One is still 000.
uh, no, I'll disagree with you on that one there.
Oh
Because it
no,
says
I do
you
have
have
to
to
kill
kill
three
three
models.
models and three times
She
as much. Yeah. Yeah,
she
Games Workshop when they were like, "Oh, I can have one model in the middle of this King of the Hill, and it's infinitely times bigger than zero. Therefore, I get
Yeah.
7 points." They were like, "Actually, wait a second."
Oh, God damn it.
Oh mate, but
Yeah, no,
no,
you're right. But
phenomenal
still,
game.
so that would have been it would still been three
Five
five
nil.
5-0, which is still a major victory for the event as well. So,
Yeah,
but I completely forgot that it was wounds. Oh well, it is what it is. Um, regardless, a very very fun little matchup. I think it's not often you really even play contest champions in competitive events, so it's kind of fun to play it every now and then. I think this was just a rough matchup for Dylan all round, just purely on like even if we'd done like I think yeah, I can't remember which one he vetoed, but like Assassination or Lords of Battle were both pretty. I think Assassination would have been interesting, because it would have been Beach Bow, Tree, Quick Beam, fucking names, Quick Beam up against Goroth, Chieftain, or Wildman,
mm.
Oathmaker. And I think I could have just like left them behind as well and just
And you could
killed
also have
Quick
gone for
Beam.
like Mario Pippin, yeah.
I could have gone
That's
for Mario Pippin, yeah.
and that's
But
also one where you could be like, well, "I'm going to protect Mario Pippin." Why? Because they're in the top of a tree. And you can't do anything.
yeah. Oh no, he's trying to no assassination. You're trying to kill a model with that model.
Oh,
So
that's right.
yeah, Marion Pippin could have tried to kill a model,
Yeah.
tried to kill a hero, and that would have been funny as all hell.
So what are you doing? Dismounting. All right, sick. We're
Yeah,
on. Let's go.
dismounting. I'm trying to get an Ent and a fucking Hobbit into one model when you have 57 models. Yeah. Oh, I'm
Midway
48 all
through.
around.
I'm also really surprised. I mean, I know he didn't win a lot of fights. Um, because I would have probably expected to see some barges to go off to try and like get past, or even a hurl on the Crebain, just be like, okay, cool. You can start
Yeah,
off 7 inches and then you
yeah,
can get up and move six.
yeah.
Like,
It would have been great if we'd won that fight. Um, the other thing is though, the benefit I had with the two Krebane, like even if he had hurled one away, I have the benefit of, oh, I've got another Krebane in behind. Like I'd have to basically pass the courage checks to be able to actually get into Treebeard, but potentially I could have still gotten a Krebane into Treebeard anyway. But I did get very lucky. I got some good courage checks from those Krebane, and even the fact that he had to charge that Krebane turn one as well, and then still lost the fight to it. I got yeah. In terms of if we'd actually read the rules and it wasn't wounds, it was leader kills. I got very lucky actually in the end. But yeah, it was just a lot of unfortunately just dice weren't on his side.
yeah,
And yeah, they ended up being on mine, which was is what it is. But I had a plan going in, which was fun. And I love Dunland.
yeah.
That's my takeaway from this game. I love
Mate,
Dunland.
you did really well. You did really well. Like I was getting ready to move on to bottom table by the end of this game, I think, at that event. Me and Sam just
Yeah,
getting ready to play for Wooden Spoon.
yeah,
That was a fun game.
that was
It was
rough.
a fun game. Just amazing. But yeah. So obviously, off the back of this, let me just quickly stop sharing this bad boy. Uh, what do you have to plug? Last Alliance of Noobs and Men. What have you guys got coming up?
Oh. No, yeah, come check us out. We do tier lists. You probably already know most. We've got a good crossover, I think, of audience. Yeah, no. Dunland, play Dunland. That's what I'm going to plug. Play Dunland. They're actually genuinely such a fun army, and they're really cheap to build. You just get like any Saxon models whatsoever, or any Viking models whatsoever,
Yeah, true.
and just paint them up grotty, and they'll be good. Yeah, great. No, thanks for having me on, Aaron. It was very very fun to look at that game and realizing all the shit I got.
Mate, mate, I This is one of the things I love about commentating on games because I look at it and I realize that I quite regularly, except for the last one, quite regularly hit like the bottom of the pool. You know what I mean? Like by end of game 2, going into game 3, game 4, I'm like, yeah, okay, great, I'm down here. We're gonna have some fun because we are just where we're at.
Yeah.
So like it's really good to watch and go, oh yeah, that makes sense. Oh, that's really good. Oh, I'm picking stuff up. Oh, okay, I understand what's happening here. Like,
Yeah. It's
well,
it's interesting. Yeah. No, it's like, and also like this kind of stuff just kind of happens in tournaments as well. Like sometimes you do just get a couple of the rules wrong. You don't play the game quite correctly. But if both of you are playing the same scenario, it's still, there's still a result at the end. It's still a balanced game. Like no one pointed, neither of us realized that. But it wouldn't have changed how we played, I don't think.
no.
And we were both playing the same scenario essentially at that point. So yeah.
Yeah,
But
it was good. It was
it's
good.
fun. Play
Yeah.
tournaments, play Dunland. Just have a fun time. It's a fun game.
So this is the call to action, everyone. Buy a Dunland army. Buy 2 of them, actually. Because you need to put 1 in your Isengard army that you then need to go buy as well. And they cannot be the same models because they need to be on different... They need to have different basing because one of them has to be pre-destroyed Isengard, so it has lots of green foliage and plants and
Ah,
shit. Then one of them has to be post-destroyed Isengard, where it's just dirt.
yeah,
And if you mix and
garbage.
match and your basing's not correct, you might as well just quit.
You
Not
might as well just fucking stop playing the game. If you're
just
basing
send the
doesn't
models
match
to
your
us.
models,
Yeah,
get out of here.
yeah. Just send them over here. Move on.
Send your models to us. Quit the game. That's our call to action, guys. Quit the game. Send your models to us.
Or just get any local hobby store, pick up as much as you can. Credit card debt is an amazing thing. It'll get you lots of stuff. Financial advice.
It'll get you like 6 fucking Orcish bowmasters.
Yeah. Oh, mate. But yeah, anyway, thank you so much for joining me, Liam. I
Thanks,
will
Aaron.
let you get back to your night. Enjoy the video, everyone. Like, subscribe. Make sure you head on over to Last Alliance of Noobs and Mem. I'm pretty sure everyone that subscribed to me is already subscribed to you guys, so I don't know if that's going to help. But if you're not, don't
If
don't be
if
that
you're
person.
coming from
Go
Last
do
Lights
it.
of Mr. Man, subscribe to Vanguard Strike. Do it now.
Easy.
All right. See you later, everyone.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh, good.